Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cenntenial High School for CTN's coverage of the Section 7 4A quarterfinals.
Starting with the Coon Rapids
Cenntenial Cougars at 17-11, earning the number 1 seed this season. Will welcome the number 8 seed Coon Rapids Cardinals. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action, and Howie, a monumental task for the Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, to say the least. They played once earlier in the season. Cenntenial 1-3. It was a 25-3, 25-22, pretty good one set in the second, and then 25-12 defeat. And I talked to the head coach, Nicole Christensen of Cenntenial. What do you talk to you about your team coming in, first section game, playing a team like Coon Rapids who struggled this year? She goes, we don't even look at the opponent. We just talk them. And there she is on the left. We don't look at the opponent. We just basically say we play our game. We worry about us. We worry about protecting the ball, and we worry about not making mental errors.
Third place finish in the Northwest Suburban Conference, a very tough half of the conference here in the Northwest Suburban, but a number 1 seed in Section 7, so they are the odds-on favorite to make it to the state tournament. Other games tonight, Duluth East, the number 4 seed, hosting Blaine. Anoka, the number 2 seed, gets Andover. And Forest Lake is welcoming the Blue Jackets from Cambridge Isani.
You and I obviously had a talk to the Rosita sisters before the match, and I know when I was talking with Tia, she said that for some reason the girls, when they play Cenntenial, they don't have anything that they're concerned about in terms of teams getting into their heads like they do when they play Andover, for example. So this is an opportunity. They knew they were close in that second set, 25-22 loss. She said, really, if we can get one set here tonight, that's an opportunity for us, because they feel that, it's been a tough season, but this is a growing program.
Well, and the trouble they had in set number 1 in the first meeting, according to Talana Rudzidits, the head coach, was that they made a lot of their errors on the serve, allowing Cenntenial to jump to a huge lead very quickly, get a lot of points without having to get the ball in play. When they were able to keep the ball in play and limit their errors in set 2, they played right with them. And she also said the same thing about this team in Cenntenial is very supportive. The girls know each other.
Yep.
There's no animosity. Of course, the Cougars are not going to take it easy on the Cardinals.
No.
Certainly don't expect that, as they want to get a good start as the number 1 seed and try and push their way towards the state tournament appearance.
Yeah, and I had a nice conversation with Nicole Christensen, and just, she's very excited about this program and their opportunities here in the section and their ability to, she feels very strongly that they're going to be able to make it to state. Obviously got to come out of the section to do so, but feel that their squad is primed. They have 5 athletes, Joe, that are 6 feet or taller on the Cenntenial Cougar team. So as you mentioned, as you opened with it, Cardinals have their work cut out for them tonight.
Well, and Coach Urtsidis also said, aside from Champlin Park, this team, Champlin Park, by the way, the number 1 team in the Northwest Suburban A, with a 27-3 record.
That's impressive.
Overall. Yes, they are very strong. This team is the other team that really had the most potent offense, along with Champlin Park, that they faced all season.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And it has a lot to do with the number of 6-footers they've got and the number
big
of weapons
size up front
they can attack with, but also a setter who is very, very good and hard to read, which makes it hard for the defense to react and be in place to try and set up a block. So a lot of respect for this program from the visiting Cardinals. The Cardinals will serve first. Kira Radke to serve it. And we are underway in the postseason. Cougars attack up the middle, but the spike from Emma Peterson is long. Cardinals get the first point.
Again, it's just trying to keep it as close as they possibly can to give themselves a chance.
Nelson in the middle, but she is stuffed. Leeser, one of those 6-footers right in the middle to get the stuff the side out for the home team. And Emma Peterson at the service line. Nelson attacking from the left, angles it and gets the kill. Coon Rapids back in front.
Yeah, and I think that the Cardinals will have to get it to Nelson here too, and let her operate at the net and see if she can get points just like that to have a chance. But you're up 2-1 early here in this match.
She has been their most potent weapon, but that is not what this program will miss the most about Bella Nelson come next season. A huge spike, and Wilbur was in position, but just so much power there. Was up into the rafters. Cardinals could not return it. But the leadership from Bella Nelson, Lydia Foster, and Natalie Ashworth, Coach Rudzidis said best group of captains she could ever have hoped for.
Yeah, which is phenomenal. I mean, it's so good the way these girls lead.
Hakey with the kill on the right side, and the Cougars take their first lead of the evening.
Well, Hakey's the tallest player on this Cenntenial squad at 6'3". She had a dozen kills in that first match with the Cardinals, and then a service error. And those were some of the things I know Coach Christians were saying, is that things we can't do, things just like that. We can't commit the service errors, and we have to be really strong. So Cardinals just have to feel good. They're just keep even with them.
Riley Powers serving for the Cardinals. Attack in the middle and a kill for Nora Leeser. Cougars back in front. And again, that's what Coach Rudzidis was talking about, is keeping the ball in play, limiting your mistakes, letting the other team make mistakes. She said it wasn't so much that we won so many points in set 2 against them last time, but we kept the ball in play. We limited our own mistakes and allowed them to make mistakes as well. A service ace will put the Cougars on top by a 5-3 score.
Well, we'll see at this point in the match here early on if this is an opportunity for the Cougars to go on a bit of a run. We talk about it all the time. Runs are common in the sport of volleyball.
Sang service picked up by Wilbur, hit the rafters. Cardinals able to pass it over. Attack is denied by the Cardinals up front. They try again, a little bit softer this time from Elena Hakey, but she finds the hole in the defense and gets her team in front by 3.
Well, defensively for the Cardinals, they have to be so concerned about Hakey and the velocity on her kill. And that time, I think she planned that one, saw a little bit of a soft spot on the floor and was able to put that to it.
Sang service, the longest streak so far, still early in set number 1. Long pass back and just out of the reach of Lydia Foster. That's another crucial element for the Cardinals tonight, according to Coach Rudzidis, is communication. Making sure they're operating as a unit on the floor. Foster plays it over for the Cardinals. Another solid block from the Cardinals up front. Good save by Powers, and then again, a little miscommunication. And it falls on the Cardinals side.
That ball hits that rafter's always tough. Where's it going to go? Went straight down.
And it seems like almost like this ceiling is a little shorter, but I don't know that it. I think it's just an illusion. It may be because we're
up high.
We are up at the top of the bleachers. (8-3) lead now for Cenntenial. Wilbur there to receive serve.
I knew what you meant.
Ashworth plays it over. Back to the left side, and a slam dunk for Elena Hankey.
There is absolutely nothing that Cardinals can do on that one defensively. I mean, you look at the vertical on her, and she just pounded it to the floor.
No one is digging it out with that kind of
no
force and that type of angle. The service error for saying finally allows Coon Rapids to get back to the service line. Lexi Cuevas to serve. Freshman has played a big role on the varsity squad this year, and Coach Rudzidits had a lot of nice things to say pre-match about not only her play, but the way she carries herself, the character she has shown. So excited about the future of her program.
Yes, absolutely.
But a very quick side out as they, it was called a carry. The Cardinals got the point.
Yep.
Apologize. And an ace for Cuevas.
Cutting into that lead, making it 9-6 now in favor of Cenntenial.
Hakey took a little something off it. The Cardinals able to get under it, but not able to get it across in 3. Cenntenial will now get that side out.
Yeah, and they did go on a little bit of a run last service time for them, and see if they can try and extend their lead here with service.
In the middle, Ashworth denied. Addison Kemper in the middle to shut it down. Hakey's serve, and it's up in the rafters again.
Again, it just hits that rafters and then just comes straight down.
Well, and again, it's the errors on serve receive leading to aces, which is what helped Cenntenial run away in the first meeting in set 1. And that's just a weak pass to the net, and Kemper makes them pay.
Oh, when they get that,
they're starting the roll again.
Yeah, when they get that opportunity at the net, they did make them pay. And the Cardinals are going to call timeout, Joe. Talk about things trailing by 7.
And a good time for the timeout. Don't let it get too far out of hand. And again, Coach Rudzidits, very positive. A lot of things, nice things to say about her girls, the way they have soldiered through on what has been a tough journey. Not a lot of success to celebrate, but great attitudes start to finish. And, it's a solid senior group, she said. There's no way we'll be able to fully replace the leadership of those 3 captains. But we've got some good girls coming up, and they know the die has been cast and that they will need to work extremely hard to try and fill those shoes.
Yeah, and I think that their leadership is going to carry over to next year and future seasons. The girls learn from leaders like that, and they're going to try and emulate that for next year.
Off the top of the tape, picked up by Ashworth. Poked over, but the Cougars are ready for it. Wilbur. Another pass up into the rafters, and Cardinals not able to win that point out of the timeout. Hakey's serve picked up by Powers near the back line. Foster will push it across. Cougars set it up. A hard attack from the left by Emma Peterson. The lead continues to grow for the home squad.
Yeah, again, those runs are so dangerous when you're on the opposite end of them. And, the score can get out of hand relatively quickly.
And another pass that's not able to be picked up. Another service ace and a 10-point lead for Cenntenial. Hickey took a little too much off of that one.
Yeah, and again, that's really the only way they've hurt themselves. They've done that a couple of times on service errors.
Albatau, just an 8th grader. Again, that future for the program. And that's a lot of power from Emma Peterson. She's not one of the 8-footer or 6-footer.
No, but
8-footers. She's 5'8".
I'd like to see yeah, she's 5'7".
5'7",
and she has a 30-inch vertical, which is pretty good. And
Yep.
Wakala also about 5'8". She also has a 30-inch vertical. And so you take that, you add those 6-footers in there, and they've got some amazing talent.
And add another service ace. Chase Manthe, just a sophomore for Cenntenial.
Yeah, and she's a 6-footer.
This one into the net.
Emerson Jennings re-enters the match now for Cenntenial. Alexis Banks back in for Coon Rapids. Natalie Ashworth.
Ashworth to the service line for the Cardinals, one of those senior captains. A little bit of a scramble for the Cougars, but they're able to get it back across. Cardinals just quickly put it in play. And we have a net violation. And legal attack from the Cougars means a point for Coon Rapids. That just barely long.
Nora Leeser back in for
Cenntenial will return to the service line. Addison Kemper. Set for Wilbur, pushes it across. Peterson is there. Not a lot on that. Tau able to keep it up. Attacking is Wilbur and just past the end line again. She saw that back corner open just a little too long, and she'll be one of the top veterans for Coon Rapids
sure.
next year. A couple of years of varsity experience. Sent over by Radke. Here comes the attack. Peterson got there a little late. Powers picks it up. Radke's attack is repelled. In the middle. Attack for Banks was denied. Banks again, and she's stuck this time, and the Cougars
That was a nice,
ever closer to a set one win.
A nice point. Timeout, Coon Rapids.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank our 2024 volleyball sponsors. Apis Garage, Cenntenial Youth Hockey.
Yeah, a lot of juniors in the Cardinals roster. So there'll be a group, and most of those juniors got a lot of minutes this year. So they will be a team that has experience but hasn't experienced success come next season. So that is the next step to building this program. We talk about it, Coach Rudzidit's in her second year. Last year came in, knew that it was a time to kind of rebuild the whole program, but at the same time had a senior group last year that consisted of their entire starting lineup. So this year coming in, girls like Wilbur and Bella Nelson, and really all three of the senior captains had played significant minutes the year before, but a much less experienced group at the varsity level than what they had last year. And it's from here that they start to add on and build this program back to where they hope to get it.
Well, and you look at the other side, Joe, with Cenntenial, just two seniors in the starting lineup, but a lot of underclassmen, a lot of a lot of youngsters that play in their lineup too. They're going to continue to be good for quite a while.
Just 4 seniors on their entire roster. The Cardinals have 5 total. Peterson is impressive because she definitely gets up and gets it. Another kill for the 5'7" senior. And the Cougars are 2 points away from a set 1 win.
And then that's the service error. That's the 3rd time this first set that they've lost points because of a service error.
Kira Radke will serve, and no pressure. You just need to rattle off about 10, 12 straight.
That's it. Nothing but a thing.
Attack is repelled. I don't know if Leeser got it over the net. I think it may have been into the net, but Nelson was right there defensively as well. Oh, yeah, she got all kinds of arm on it. Great defensive play by the Cardinal captain. A little miscommunication and just a one-handed desperation play. Got it over, but the Cardinals able to hold on and get the point.
Yeah, good timeout. Good timeout. An opportunity for Cardinals to get a few points, try and cut into this lead.
Off the top of the tape, Cougars keep it alive, and Peterson knocks it down. And it will be set point. And Peterson, fittingly, who has had such a strong performance offensively, the opportunity to close it out at the service line. Back set, just out of reach, and that is going to do it. The Cougars will win the first set by a 25-12 score. It's a better start for Coon Rapids than it was first time they met. Can they bounce back in set number 2? We find out on the other side of a break on CTN. Winston, nice hands, drives and scores. Picked him off, beautifully done. Breakaway shot to goal, just like that.
Did you know major recreational equipment like RVs, campers, converted buses, and boats are allowed on residential property in Coon Rapids? But you are limited to 2 items that must be registered and operable. And any vehicle parked at a home for more than 12 hours must not exceed a certain size. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Red made the trip for the playoffs, support the Lady Cardinals in the first round of the Section 7 4A tournament.
Yeah,
top-seeded Cougars holding serve.
I ran into Red the other day at, go ahead and talk about the replay.
The Cardinals found their points, but in the end, only about half as many as did the Cenntenial Cougars. They flexed their muscle to be sure. They've got several girls that can pound the ball to the floor.
They do.
And even that one, you saw the look on the faces of her teammates as Elena Hakey went back to the huddle there. Even they were impressed by the power and the angle she put it to the floor.
Yeah, how do you not at that point? Yeah, so anyway, I ran into Red the other day. I went to Cub, and we talked, and he says, gave him a ride home. And we had a chance to talk about he was going to be here today, wanted to know if we were going to be at football, and I told him no. But unfortunately, we will not be there tomorrow.
He will.
He will, of course. He doesn't miss anything.
The Coon Rapids football team, the number 8 seed, will take on a number 1 seeded Mounds View squad. And that will be broadcast by NPSN. And we are on the outs, and the Cardinals with a little bit of an error on the serve receive. Give up that service ace. We talked about it in set number 1. Those are not where they can afford to make their mistakes.
Like that.
A little mistimed on the attack for Banks, and Cenntenial jumps to the early 2-0 lead. Yeah, Coach Rudzina said, you know, serve receive is just such a hard place to make errors because then you never have a chance. At least if you make your errors in play, you have an opportunity for a teammate to pick it up.
Right.
But when you make him in serve receive,
nothing you can do.
And the score can quickly get out of hand. 2 aces to get them to a 3-0 lead to start here in the second set. Here's Nelson on the attack, too long.
Back is long. Point Coon.
Yeah, obviously, you as Coon Rapids, you don't want Cenntenial to jump out to a quick lead because that puts a lot of pressure on you. And we saw in that first set, they go on runs easily.
Peterson putting a little too much power on that one. Service ace will get Coon Rapids side out.
Well, and we talked about that in that first set. The errors that Cenntenial, the few ones that they did make were on serve receive.
Hakey can hammer it. There's no doubt. Long levers.
Long levers. Again, service error.
Cardinals will take any help they can get. Riley Powers at the service line. Will help from the tape, and a quick reaction from Leeser kept it up. Hakey hammers another one home. Wilbur, a great effort, but couldn't come up with it. She can absolutely hammer it. She's got power, but
yes,
she's also placed the ball all over the defensive side of the court. The Cardinals really struggling with the passes up into the rafters.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that in that first set. Lily Sang, who's junior, is kind of their serving specialist.
Serve picked up by Wilbur. Bella Nelson hammers it down. And that got the bench to jump up and get excited. They're fired up, trying to find any momentum they can. A great back set, too, to set her up, and just no chance for Cenntenial. And there you see the celebration on the sidelines, and a team with a lot of smiles despite the struggles they have faced throughout the year. Push toward the back line. Wilbur there to keep it up. Foster will pass it across. Hogberg is there. Hakey on the right side this time. Same result. Another kill.
Well, we talked about the last match we did, Joe, that, you know, even though the team is struggling, the girls never get down. I mean, they're always smiling. They're always hustling. And that's great as a coaching staff to see.
Hakey at the service line, and she has been there or was there for a good long run in that first set.
Not there.
This one not going to be, as she sends it just wide on the far side. Eighth grader Alba Tau serving. Great dig. Passed across by Powers, but ends up wide.
Chase Manley back to serve for Cougar.
Chase Manthe is serving. Picked up by Powers. Quick set, Ashworth. Stuffed in the middle by Addison Kemper.
Cardinals are going to call timeout here, trailing 10-4, and I'll talk about things. And I think they want to, again, time to take a break here. We just want to try and keep this thing close.
Well, and coming in, obviously, they knew a huge task as the number 8 seed, trying to knock off a number 1. But you talk about it all the time across any sport. So much of it comes down to not hurting yourself.
Exactly.
And the Cardinals have certainly made a fair few errors that they would like to have back already in this match and in this second set. But yeah, they want to see if they can get a timeout, break the rhythm of Cenntenial. Manthe's serve is long, and the Cardinals get the first point out of timeout.
And again, that's,
I mean, it was given to them, but still.
Well, yeah, but that's the issue. Obviously, is the fact that they've had some service errors, and that's really what's given some Cardinals some points. But the Cardinals can't rely on that, obviously. And that's a return of favor.
Kemper to the service line for Cenntenial. Wilbur picks it up. That one just out of the reach. Sent over by Radke. One-handed set in the middle, and Leeser unleashes a laser.
And they have so many athletes that can do that on this squad. I mean, it's not just one or two players. They've got a number of players that can get up, good verticals, and pound the ball to the floor for points.
Another service ace. Lead to 8 for the Cougars as they cross the midway point to a set 2 win. Oh. That one right at the back line. Another ace for Cenntenial.
Yeah, and defensively, the Cardinals have seen a number of long services, so thought that one maybe was another one, but just a perfect placement.
Emma Peterson with another kill. Didn't have the power on that one. She's shown on a lot of her others, but perfectly placed to the back corner. No chance for the Cardinals to dig it out. And a 10-point lead for Cenntenial, already up 1-0. Yet another service ace for Cenntenial.
And they're just increasing their lead now, 16-5. Dominating here in the second set.
Back-to-back aces. Kemper really fired that one right at the 8th grader Alba Tau.
Yeah, Cardinals are going to take another timeout again. They're down by 12. In an all-important, obviously, second set. Last time these two teams played, Cardinals lost that second set 25-22.
Well,
They've got a ways to go if they're going to try and
out of the last
that.
time out, they got the service ace and got that first point, and then 7 straight for Cenntenial. So you got to break that momentum.
When I was
Yep.
back there, she looked at me and she said, if I miss this, I'm going to be so mad. I
So
said,
tough
"Don't
to
miss
come
that."
from behind
Elena
against
says,
any
"Good
team,
help."
but
I have to be neutral here.
especially
I
a
can't.
top-seeded squad like this Cenntenial one.
Absolutely.
Coach Nicole Christensen has to be happy with the way she's seen her team perform. A couple of big streaks and a relatively easy win in set number 1, and now sitting pretty here in set number 2 as well. Kemper continues at the service line. A couple of aces back-to-back before that timeout. She has another one coming out of it.
Yeah, she's definitely on a roll.
Eight straight for Cenntenial. They lead by 13. And another service ace for Addison Kemper.
Entering the match with Coon Rapids number 3, Jay Fraunhofer.
Cardinals able to return it, but wide. And now 10 unanswered points for Cenntenial here in the second set.
They're definitely making quick work of the Cardinals here in set number 2. And you can see why they have 17 wins on the season.
A sparring match at the net, won by Cenntenial, but the Cardinals able to get it back over. And that one right on the back line.
That was close.
With a rocket to keep the streak alive. Another look, and that's the right call, right on the line. Beautiful kill for Aubrey Workala. And another ace.
Yeah, the Cougars definitely can feel it here.
Well, and this has been a pretty impressive service for Addison Kemper.
She's got on quite the run.
12 straight for Cenntenial.
Yep.
And then the service error. Arm might have been getting a little tired.
Yeah, I would think so too. Well, that stops the bleeding.
Kira Radke to serve for the Cardinals. Again, no pressure. You just need to rattle off like a dozen in a row or maybe 20. Bella Nelson on the attack gets
There's
the
one.
kill. That one kind of behind her, had to adjust for it, but able to get enough on it. Put it in the right spot to get the kill. Leeser had to adjust late and then tried to go cross court. Ends up out the far side and a side out to the Cardinals. Sorry, they were already serving.
They were.
Another point, I should say, in that one.
Yeah,
right
just
on the back line, a service ace
Just a
for
little
Kira Radke.
misjudged by the Cougars on that one. I think they kind of looked at that one, but
Great dig by Radke, sliding underneath. Wilbur on the attack. Portemont kept it up. Diving save by Powers. Cardinals able to pass it across. A save by Tao. Powers will play it across. And Emma Peterson just ends it. And again, she has been impressive.
Oh, there's just miscommunication there, too.
Yeah, I have not kept track of aces, but I would say there's 10 or more for Cenntenial in this second set. And Peterson trying to close it out, set point. Nelson pushes it over, picked up by the Cougars on the attack. Addison Posh. Cardinals scrambling, but it got lost up in the rafters, and that will fall to the floor to give Cenntenial the 25-9 win in set number 2. They'll have a chance to get out the brooms in round 1 to the playoffs. You're watching Section 7 4A quarterfinals on CTN. Cenntenial Cougars feeling it.
Yeah, they're feeling pretty good
Getting
here.
even stronger in the second set. Emma Peterson has been impressive.
To say the least. I mean, this whole
And then
Cenntenial
Addison
squad.
Kemper with the outstanding run at the service line. 12 unanswered points for the Cougars. Really helped them step away as they had started to establish a lead. They were up 10-4, 10-5, and then they just blew it open on that run. A number of service aces for Kemper, and now Cougars would like to close it out in straight sets. It, of course, would mean moving on to the semifinals to face the winner of Duluth East and Blaine. And it would mean the end of the season for these Coon Rapids Cardinals.
All right, we'll get started in set number 3. Serving for Coon Rapids, number 8.
Cardinals will have the serve to start the third set. Kira Radke at the service line. And nothing to lose.
Nope. Absolutely.
Saved by Tao. Nelson had to wait for that one. Finds it, though, and gets Coon Rapids the first point. Cardinals have scored the first point in 2 of the 3.
They have. Unfortunately, it didn't go the way they wanted in 2 of the 3.
Cardinals have to scramble a little bit, but Radke able to pass it back. Peterson attacking again, and yet another kill. Yeah, she has clearly been the most impressive. And Elena Hakey has hammered some with a,
Oh,
with
yeah.
a ton of power.
Absolutely.
But Peterson has been the biggest factor for Centennial in this one against the Cardinals so far. Here's Hakey in the middle. Says,
Yeah.
don't forget about me.
Not much you can do.
No.
Not much you can do. I mean, it's just such a strong play. I mean, it was 6'3" at the net, plus her vertical, plus her power.
Well, maybe that's what impresses me most about Emma Peterson is because she's not 6'3".
Yeah.
Hakey's got a ton of power, though. But a number of very impressive players wearing the black jerseys tonight. And wisely talked about it, let that one fall wide. Powers slides and sends it right back across. This one in the middle for Leeser. Good save by Tao. Nelson spun it across, but was outside the
wrong side of the
post.
post.
So
Yep.
attack by Wilbur. Cougars.
Oh, beautiful.
Quick tip across for Emerson Jennings. She caught the Cardinals napping.
It's just, everybody thinks you're gonna hit it with that power, but it's just that nice little soft shot over the net, falls to the floor for the point.
Peterson, an early run at the service line. 5 unanswered points. Wilbur pushes that one across. Workala tipped it over. Wilbur pushes it back. Workala across. Wilbur is there. Set for Nelson. That one is into the net. And the streak continues for Emma Peterson at the service line.
Yeah, she was a little frustrated. She missed that shot.
It was a little behind her.
Yep.
She had to adjust a little bit and reach back. Here she is attacking from the left side. Peterson is there. Hakey in the middle. Didn't put much power on it this time, but gets the result she wanted and keeps the roll going for the home team. That one is too long. And finally, Coon Rapids will get another opportunity to serve.
Yeah, and I guess, we talked about it. The only thing, if you find any negative about the Centennial Cougars game, is that maybe a few too many serves missed long. But that's nitpicking a little bit considering how well they're playing.
Maddie Wilbur at the service line picks up an ace. You can see the girls still having a good time.
Oh, that they've always had. They always do, which is great to see.
Peterson near the back line. Hakey couldn't quite get there. Punches it across. Foster is there. Foster waits. Her attack is into the net. Workala to the service line as Manthe re-enters for Centennial. Nelson didn't get the hit she wanted. Foster attacking. Peterson is there. Set up for Leeser, and she gets the kill. So many different places that the setter, Emerson Jennings, can go with the ball. And then we saw just a few points ago, she can also catch you napping and put it in between all of the defenders on the floor. Foster attacking. She'll get the kill. And a big side out for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I guess just climbing into it. Trying to climb back into this, down by 6.
Ashworth back in. And Riley Powers at the service line. laser and another side out for Cenntenial.
The laser from Leeser.
Match for Cenntenial, as does as anchor Lily serve. And then match for Cenntenial number 18, Alexis Morris.
Cougars opening up their bench a little bit more as we get into the third set. The Rapids will take the timeout.
Yeah, down by 7, obviously, in set number 3, trailing 2-0. I want to talk about things here, and certainly nobody on that side wants to see their season come to an end.
The end is an inevitability.
It is.
But one no one wants to reach.
Correct.
The loser with the laser. Come on.
Unless they were one of the few that gets to end the season on a win. That is reserved for only 3 teams.
Right?
My last name is Stanno.
Championship, third place, and the consolation championship. And even those teams, I suppose 2 of those 3 still don't want it to end. Really,
No.
even the champions don't want it to end.
Of course not.
But it is inevitable.
But you want it to end with the hardware.
If at all possible.
Yeah,
Diving
absolutely.
save by Wilbur on the serve. Foster will push
Carry.
it across, but she carried.
Point 2.
Couple of passes up. Does that count?
Yeah.
I mean,
Apparently not.
I thought it landed inbounds on the Cenntenial side. Just because it traveled through the rafters to get there, it's not.
Over the rivers and through the woods.
That had a lot too much on it.
Nora Laser returns for Cenntenial for Coon Rapids. It's number 10,
Lexi Kavas back in, and she will go to the service line. Another strong attack from Heike. The Cardinals able, though, to recover and get it back across. Here comes Heike from the near side. That's denied. Cardinals attack. Peterson is there. Heike one more time. Got it through the block of Radke and got it to the floor for the kill.
That makes it 14-5.
Gracie
Mavison comes in, checks in. It's great seeing her check in for Heike. You see the real difference. 5'2" next to 6'3".
Yeah.
Strong defense at the net by the Cougars. And they have a 10-point lead here in set number 3. Trying to end this quarterfinal match with a sweep. Cougars the number 1 seed. Coon Rapids number 8. And they are not going to return that one.
Well, the Cougars I definitely could feel it at this point, up 16-5 in the third and deciding set if continues this way.
When they won the first by 25-12, then 25-9, trying to continue that trend to get stronger as it goes, and that's again an error on the serve receive that leads to an ace. And Gracie Mavison continuing at the service line. Wilbur near the back line. Foster rather, sends it long.
And re-entering the match now for Coon Rapids, number 15, Isabella Nelson.
Gets it off the top of the tape. Good strong play at the net by Radke. They go back to Peterson. She sends it wide to the far side.
Yeah, well, not wide by much, but wide enough.
Number 6,
Albatao checks in and will head to the service line. Her team down 18-6. Attack by Peterson, stopped up. Cardinals able to pass it across. This one pushed over by Manthe. Nelson from midcourt sends it long. Ashley Pouliot at the service line. And miscommunication, a serve, a set to no one. Another timeout for the Cardinals.
Yeah, down to their last breath here of the season, trailing 26. And obviously, it's been a tough year as far as getting the wins for the Cardinals. But you know, we've talked about it several times that no one's in this program are hanging their heads about where they are. Granted, they would love to be able to have won more matches than they have, and unfortunately, they did not. But I mean, you look around you, you don't see anybody down. You don't see the girls, you know, bickering. It's
which
just,
is real common with teams that have struggled to find success. They start turning on one another, and it makes things even worse.
Yep.
But yeah, there's been a lot of smiles. Seems to be a lot of support for one another, and struggling through the adversity together.
Absolutely.
Wilbur on the attack. Cougars turn it for Peterson. She gets another kill. Pouliot continues at the service line.
Yeah, the Cougars just 4 points away from moving on.
Ashworth gets the kill and gets Coon Rapids another opportunity on the serve.
Number 5, Allie Ashford. Cardinals is already a thank you for Coon Rapids. Allie Ashford. Good for the Cardinals.
Cenntenial sets up in the middle. Cardinals, a little bit of a scramble, but they push it across. No, they carried.
They did.
And how many times they've sent it up into the rafters?
Many.
Have not seen it nearly as much on the right side of the net as we have on the left here tonight.
Not sure what the discussion's about.
Double checking the rotation, the players. Making the correct subs.
Okay, I think we're there.
Almost. Annabelle Steinlauf checking in up front. Shelby Sibbett. Nelson plays it over. Cougars pick it up, pushed across by Pouliot. Banks on the attack. Comes Peterson again, and
she's automatic.
Miss.
She is automatic.
And now just 2 points away from advancing to the section semifinal round. Wilbur there just a little bit late. Cardinals stepped across the line as well, and it will be match point. Denver Hogberg at the service line. In the middle, Banks is stuffed by Hakey, and that is it. Cougars getting stronger in each of the 3 sets, ending it in 12, 9, and 7.
Yeah, very impressive, Joe, obviously, by the Cenntenial squad. They have athletes all over their roster, and they've got size, they've got ability, and definitely they are obviously the favorite to
It
go on in
shows
the
why
section.
they are a #1 seed, how they have won 17 matches this season. For the Cardinals, a tough year. Again, 1-26. But they have maintained an incredibly positive attitude. And you talk about that group of 3 senior captains that is just really outstanding and is going to be so tough to replace. And that is them surrounding their teammate, Kira Radke. And obviously tears when the season comes to the end.
Of course, you don't want it to
end. As we talk
end.
about it, it's inevitable, but unfortunate. It is not the end they wanted.
No.
But again, their attitude and positivity has been impressive, even inspirational, considering how easy it would be to go the other way, and how many times we have seen teams that begin to hang their shoulders
Absolutely.
and sing the "Here We Go Again" song.
Right. No, and they don't see that from this squad, and you know, certainly it's you never want your season to end, but these girls gave it their all season long.
And that's going to do it for our fall season scheduling. Next time we are bringing you Cardinal sports, it's going to be girls hockey.
Your time of year.
Yeah, they get started just a couple of weeks from now. We will be there when they take on the St. Michael Albertville Knights on Tuesday the 12th. But again, that is going to do it for this edition of CTM Sports. Again, the final, it's Centennial in 3, 25-12, 25-9, 25-7. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.